Hello and welcome to the channel. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who's recently subscribed for their subscription. It's brilliant to see people joining this channel. Hopefully you're definitely enjoying it as well, which is why you subscribed. Today I thought I'd go and do a little bit of spring macro. The weather here in the UK in February has been absolutely terrible, which is why there's been a lack of videos from me, because I have barely been able to go out for half an hour a day sort of a thing and take some pictures occasionally. So I'll show some of those pictures at the end of this video, but today it's okay and spring is quite early here, so I thought I'd go and do a little bit of early spring macro. I might give you some ideas wherever you are for when spring comes. You might go think, I hadn't noticed those before, or those look interesting. So that's the plan with this little walk. Now I've set up the camera here because there are already two subjects that we can look at. We have the daffodils already out, so I'm going to see if I can find one that looks really good and get some pictures of that. And we have the buds on this tree, and those are particularly interesting, so I think I'll start with those and we'll see where we go from there. So I've just moved the camera a little bit closer and then gone behind the bushes. I'm sure this is brilliant cinematography. But anyway, the point of these little seed buds that come out is obviously to sprout new branches, leaves and what have you. And they're very, very fluffy. So if we can capture the fluffiness and the tenderness of them, we might be on to a winner with this. So I think I see one over here. Also, it's really important with this kind of photography that you get a nice sort of clean background. If the background is too bright, it'll distract from the subject. So I think there is one here, so let me see if I can't hone in on it and see. Okay, it's looking pretty good. What's also interesting with these is is that you can actually see the pod that they came from. So if we look in camera, let me find first one that hasn't come out yet. So we'll go with this one, I think. So here we are in camera and we see one that's come out, and then we see the one in front of it which hasn't opened yet. Now if we move over, you can see these two that's coming into view, and they got that bit of shell attached to them. And I think if we get the one on top and single it out, we might be able to do something. So yes, I think as an image it needs to be cropped a tiny little bit, but I think that will work. Now the background on this is black, and I'm not entirely sure I like that, but I can increase my ISO a little bit in order to get the background that I think I want. So let me try this. Right, so I was talking about how you don't want bright flashes. So I'm going to show you picture that I'm about to take, because it's got some annoying glares in the background, and you'll be able to see exactly how important the background becomes in this kind of photography. So yes, the image that I just took, which I'm putting on the screen now, as you can see, there are the distracting bright spots behind the image, and we want to try, or behind the subject, and we want to try and avoid getting those. So, and this is because there is a gap in the trees that is just behind the subject. Now if I go the other way and photograph it from this side, we'll get a completely different background, and this is important when we're photographing. So this is exactly the same one, but from a different angle. But now I'm deliberately working so that I can see that there are no bright spots in the background. Let me see if that came out nice. Yes, it did. And you see in this new picture exactly how much of a difference it makes that the background is nice and clean. So all we got to do now is find some perfect subjects and maybe get one or two images of those. So we're over by the daffodils now, and sadly all of them, I mean it is a little late in the day as well, but sadly all of them are drooping their heads. So we're not really going to get that image of looking straight into the middle of one. But I think though, there is a couple of them I see. There's one there and there's one over there that we can probably work with. Let me see this one first. Let me move the camera a little bit so that you guys can follow. So, and so we got this one here, and I need to try and be able to position myself in a way that allows me to get my crotch full of daffodils, apparently. Now, what I mean is, I'm going to try and see if... So this one doesn't quite work. I'll show you in camera here. You can see the scene is too busy. We're not able to properly isolate, and also I don't like the grey leaf over it. So I'm going to try and see what the other one looks like. Right, so there's one here, and the sun is out, which is nice, so I can lower my ISO a little bit. And then I'll see what I can do. So what about around there? Pull out a little bit, I think. And this one works a lot better. There is a little bit of discoloration up on the stalk, but I think we can Photoshop that away if we want to. I'm going to try it from the other angle as well. Maybe I'll get a better shot even so. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't quite work. sadly it started raining here, so I'm going to have to cut the video a little short today. I apologise, I did try, but it's the way the weather functions in a rain-soaked England in February. So I hope you've enjoyed what I managed to show you, and I hope you've enjoyed the images, or at least gotten inspiration from the images, and can't wait until spring sets in properly and you can go and photograph the fruit blossoms on the trees, and when the insect starts coming out, that's when it gets really fun to do macro photography, obviously. So, but that's not now. Now it's raining, so I got to get inside reasonably quickly. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you haven't already done so and want to do so, please subscribe to the channel. It does help quite a lot. Once again, thanks to everybody who's subscribed so far. Until next time, take care of yourself, enjoy your photography. See you next time. Bye bye.